What if I told you the solution to one of men's biggest fears after 60 isn't in a pharmacy, but hiding right there in your kitchen cabinet? Studies show that over half of all men in their 60s, and an even higher percentage beyond that, struggle with erectile function. It's a silent frustration, a source of anxiety that can erode confidence and strain relationships. For decades, the conversation has been dominated by little blue pills and expensive treatments. But what if nature had its own powerful answers all along? What if a simple, delicious, and natural daily habit could fundamentally change everything? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a nutritional secret. We are going to reveal the top 3 nuts, each one backed by compelling science, for powerfully supporting and dramatically improving male vitality. And the nut we've placed at our #1 spot doesn't just come with anecdotal evidence, it comes with direct, measurable proof that researchers have seen with their own eyes on an ultrasound. This isn't about wear our number ripe, it's about empowerment. So get ready for the countdown, because we're about to change the way you look at your afternoon snack forever. Before we can properly crown our #3 champion, we have to understand the battlefield. To truly grasp why certain foods can have such a profound impact, we need to understand the fundamental mechanics of an erection. It isn't magic. It's a marvel of biological plumbing and hydraulics. The entire event hinges on one simple concept: blood flow. A massive, rapid rush of blood into the penile tissues. And the master key that unlocks this floodgate is a single, miraculous molecule: nitric oxide. You can think of nitric oxide, or NO, as the open signal. When the brain sends arousal signals down the spinal cord, nerves in the penis release this nitric oxide. It then tells the smooth muscle cells inside the arteries of the penis to relax and widen dramatically. This vasodilation is what allows blood to surge in, creating the pressure and firmness of an erection. Without sufficient nitric oxide, the signal is weak, the floodgates only crack open a little, and the result is disappointing. So, the first and most important strategy for erectile health is to support the body's ability to produce nitric oxide. And to do that, your body needs the right raw materials. This is where our #3 nut, the mighty walnut, enters the picture. Walnuts are one of the best plant-based sources of a specific amino acid called L-arginine. Think of L-arginine as the primary ingredient your body uses to synthesize nitric oxide. Providing your body with an ample supply of L-arginine is like making sure the factory that produces the open signal has all the raw materials it needs to run at full capacity. More L-arginine means more potential for nitric oxide production, which means more potential for powerful, sustained blood flow. But that's just the first part of the story. The walnut's true genius lies in its dual-action approach. It doesn't just provide the fuel for the floodgates, it also works tirelessly to maintain the plumbing itself. Walnuts are uniquely rich in a type of omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. This is where it gets really interesting. Over the course of a man's life, his arteries endure a lot of stress. A process called chronic inflammation can damage the delicate inner lining of the arteries, a layer known as the endothelium. The endothelium is the nitric oxide factory. It's where much of this magic molecule is produced. When it's damaged, it's like having a factory with broken machinery. This damage also leads to the buildup of plaque, a sticky, hard substance made of cholesterol and other materials, in a process called atherosclerosis. Imagine your body's circulatory system is a network of pristine, flexible pipes. Atherosclerosis is like decades of rust and gunk building up inside those pipes, making them narrow, stiff, and brittle. The arteries leading to the penis are incredibly small, much smaller than the coronary arteries of the heart. This means they are often the first to get clogged. In fact, erectile dysfunction is now widely considered by doctors to be an early warning sign, a canary in the coal mine, for future cardiovascular events, like a heart attack or stroke. The omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts are potent anti-inflammatory agents. They are like a specialized cleanup crew that goes through your pipes, reducing the inflammation that causes the rust and protecting the delicate endothelial lining. By keeping your arteries clean, flexible, and healthy, walnuts ensure that when the nitric oxide signal arrives, the plumbing is in perfect condition to handle the massive surge in blood flow. Furthermore, walnuts are packed with antioxidants, particularly in their thin, papery skin. These antioxidants act as bodyguards for your arteries, neutralizing damaging free radicals that contribute to inflammation and plaque buildup. So you're ready to run out and buy a truckload of walnuts. But hold on, how many do you actually need to eat to see a difference? The science points to a surprisingly manageable amount. A standard serving of about 1 ounce, which is roughly a quarter cup or about 7 whole walnuts, is enough to provide a significant dose of both L-arginine and those vital ALA omega-3s. They are incredibly easy to incorporate. Throw a handful on your morning oatmeal or yogurt. Toss them into a salad for a satisfying crunch at lunch, or simply have a small bowl on your desk for a mid-afternoon snack. By making this a daily habit, you are executing a brilliant two-pronged strategy. You're supplying the fuel for nitric oxide, while simultaneously protecting and maintaining the very vascular highways that blood needs to travel. So, walnuts are fantastic for protecting and maintaining the pipes of the system. But what if the problem isn't just the pipes, but the foreman at the job site who gives the orders? Our next nut works on a completely different and arguably more fundamental aspect of male vitality. Stay tuned for number 2. All right, we've established a strategy for the plumbing with walnuts. We're clearing the highways and providing the raw materials for blood flow. But even the most advanced highway system in the world is useless without a command center, sending out the right signals and the right motivation. This is where the hormonal component of male vitality comes into play, and it's where our number 2 nut, the Amazonian powerhouse known as the Brazil nut, becomes an absolute superstar. The conversation about male vitality, libido, and sexual function is incomplete without talking about testosterone. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone. It's the driving force behind your sex drive, or libido. It governs your energy levels, muscle mass, and your overall sense of get up and go. While nitric oxide is the mechanical key to the erection itself, testosterone is the director of the entire orchestra. It creates the desire and helps to prime the entire system, including contributing to the signaling pathways that release nitric oxide. As men age, particularly after 60, their testosterone levels naturally begin to decline in a process sometimes called andropause. This dip can lead to low energy, a reduced sex drive, and can be a major contributing factor to erectile difficulties. So, while you can work on the plumbing all you want, you also need to support the hormonal command center. This is the Brazil nuts moment to shine. Brazil nuts are, without question, the single most potent dietary source of a trace mineral called selenium. It's not an exaggeration to say that selenium is a non-negotiable mineral for male hormonal health. Your body requires selenium to produce testosterone. It acts as a crucial cofactor, a helper molecule, for the enzymes within the testes, specifically in the Leydig cells, that are responsible for synthesizing testosterone. Think of it this way. If your body is a car factory, the Leydig cells are the assembly line for testosterone. Selenium is like a specialized tool on that assembly line. Without it, production slows down or becomes inefficient. Numerous studies have drawn a direct line between selenium levels and testosterone levels. Men with lower selenium intake often present with lower testosterone. Research focused on male fertility has shown that supplementing with selenium not only improves sperm health, but can also significantly increase serum testosterone levels. By ensuring your body has an adequate supply of this vital mineral, you are directly supporting the machinery of testosterone production, helping to counteract the natural age-related decline. But the benefits of selenium are even more profound. Selenium is also a key component of one of the body's most powerful antioxidant enzymes, glutathione peroxidase. This enzyme acts as a master protector for your cells. It specifically shields the testosterone-producing Leydig cells in the testes from oxidative stress and damage caused by free radicals. So, selenium doesn't just help build testosterone, it also protects the factory where it's made. This protective effect extends to your blood vessels as well, adding another layer of support to the work the walnuts are doing, protecting the endothelium and promoting the clean, efficient plumbing we need. The most incredible part about Brazil nuts is their potency. You do not need to eat a lot. In fact, you must be careful not to. The recommended daily allowance of selenium for an adult man is 55 micrograms. A single, solitary Brazil nut can contain anywhere from 68 to 91 micrograms of selenium, easily meeting your entire day's requirement. This is why the golden rule for Brazil nuts is 1 a day. Think of it as your daily natural supplement. It's critical not to overdo it, as chronically high levels of selenium can lead to a toxic condition called selenosis. But 1 nut per day is the perfect dose. It's the easiest health habit you could possibly adopt. Eat one on its own, chop it up over a salad, or blend it into a smoothie. We now have walnuts for the plumbing and Brazil nuts for the hormonal command center. You could stop there and see a massive difference. But what if I told you our #1 nut is the ultimate all-in-one powerhouse? It not only brings its own plumbing and hormonal support, but it comes with the clinical receipts to prove it. The grand finale is next, and here we are at the top of our list. The undisputed champion, the green gem of vitality. If walnuts are the expert maintenance crew for your plumbing, and Brazil nuts are the foreman running the hormonal command center, then our #1 nut, the pistachio, is the elite special forces unit that does it all. And it comes with the declassified mission reports to prove it. For years, the benefits of nuts were talked about in terms of their individual components. But with pistachios, we have something more. We have direct human clinical evidence. A landmark study published in the prestigious International Journal of Impotence Research set out to answer the question directly. They took a group of men who had been suffering from erectile dysfunction for at least a year and put them on a simple diet. The only change was the addition of 100 grams, about 3.5 ounces, of pistachio nuts every day for 3 weeks. No pills, no other interventions, just pistachios. The results were stunning. The researchers used the International Index of Erectile Function, or IIEF score, which is the gold standard questionnaire for measuring erectile quality. After just 3 weeks, the participants showed what the study called a highly significant improvement in their scores. But here's the part that should give you chills. This wasn't just about subjective feelings. The researchers brought in the heavy equipment. They used a penile Doppler ultrasound before and after the study. This is a device that allows you to literally see and measure the blood flow within the penis. They measured something called the peak systolic velocity, which is the speed of blood flowing into the arteries during an erection. After 3 weeks of eating pistachios, the measurements on the ultrasound showed a significant improvement in penile blood flow. This wasn't a theory, it was a physical, measurable reality. They proved that a simple handful of nuts could fundamentally improve the hydraulic power of an erection. So how on earth do pistachios pull this off? They do it by being the ultimate all-rounder, combining the best attributes of our other nuts and adding their own unique powers. First, they are absolutely loaded with L-arginine, that raw material for the all-important nitric oxide we established as the foundation for everything. That 100-gram serving in the study provided a massive dose of L-arginine, flooding the system with the building blocks for vasodilation. Second, the same study found that the pistachio diet dramatically improved the men's cholesterol profiles. It significantly lowered their total cholesterol and their bad LDL cholesterol, the very stuff that creates the plaque and rust in the pipes we talked about. At the same time, it raised their good HDL cholesterol. So, pistachios don't just help the system work better, they actively wage war on one of the root causes of its failure. They are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats and plant sterols that actively help clear out the plumbing. Third, pistachios are an antioxidant powerhouse. Their vibrant green and purple colors come from antioxidants like lutein and anthocyanins, which are potent protectors of the vascular system. They provide a specialized cleanup and bodyguard crew that protects the endothelium from damage, ensuring the nitric oxide factory stays in pristine condition. Finally, they provide excellent support for weight management. They are packed with fiber and protein, which promote satiety and help you feel full, making it easier to maintain a healthy body weight. This is crucial because obesity is a major driver of the comorbidities, like diabetes and hypertension, that are so destructive to erectile function. When you put it all together, the pistachio is simply a masterpiece of nutritional engineering for male health. It provides the fuel for nitric oxide, it actively cleans the pipes by lowering cholesterol, it protects the whole system with antioxidants, and it helps you maintain a healthy weight. The clinical study is the proof. It's the receipt that shows this multi-pronged attack works in the real world. A serving of 1 to 2 ounces a day is a fantastic and realistic goal for reaping these benefits. Choose the raw or dry roasted, unsalted versions to get all the good stuff without the counterproductive sodium. So there you have it, walnuts to protect your vessels and provide the fuel for blood flow. Brazil nuts to fuel your hormones and run the command center. And pistachios to deliver a clinically proven, all-in-one boost to the entire system. Remember, your sexual health is often a direct reflection of your overall vascular health. Taking care of one means taking care of the other. While it is always essential to consult with a doctor to address any health concerns, know that you have the power to make profound changes right in your own kitchen. If you found this information valuable, the best way to support this channel is to subscribe and then head down to the comments and answer this one question. Which of these 3 powerhouses are you going to try first? Remember, your health is in your hands. Take control of it. Until next time.